start on YouTube as well. We should be good to go. YouTube is excellent condition. We are live. And then, yeah, welcome to Small Package Wrestling, yo. To our live reactions and thoughts to Money in the Bank, featuring my freshly acquired diaper hoard. And my championship belts that are currently, I feel like a dragon, but I don't know about y'all, just kind of hoarding shit. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, I feel like you're already crowning your seed
He's
as the
he's
as a wrestling champ.
just like Dom. He's gonna be built in a lab. Come on now.
Oh, uh,
Come on now, bro. Third generation. I know this would be like a fourth generation superstar, bro. Incoming. Come on, a legacy. A legacy. Look, the light.
Dom,
You see that light? No, it was fucking
if you
shining
want,
on that legacy. All right. And the Guerrero name is fucking royalty. Fuck the Rose name. Fuck the fucking Mysterio name. It's all about the Guerrero
whoa,
name. And fucking sorry, hey, no shade to the Mysterio name, actually. But
Not the disrespected the goat.
all I'm gonna say is that the Guerrero name is fucking fundamental in fucking wrestling history. All right, Gori Guerrero, Eddie Guerrero, bro. What are you talking about? These are some of
he
the
kid,
fucking. Oh yeah, Omar Guerrero of fucking Small Package Wrestling, Javier Guerrero. It's over, bro. Like we've been,
Don Guerrero. Oh wait,
you know, he's the
Wow.
offshoot.
Whoa. I'm exclusive.
welcome back, gentlemen and ladies and friends and enemies. Again, this is our Money in the Bank reaction live video with your boy. I think it's that way.
Oh, with the
Who am I
fresh
pointing
Money in the Bank shirt. You don't know who you're pointing at when you do
Yes,
that?
sir.
Oh
at? Can't
wait,
see.
I'm not sharing the screen.
No,
With your
yeah, we
boy
can't
Aaron
see.
Mata, fresh off the plane. He was live
Off
and
the
on
car.
location, off the car. We can say off. They won't know. You flew first
Oh,
class,
yeah, I
like
flew
him.
first class. Yeah.
Probably
No,
off the
actually, I took a
You're
private
actually
jet.
off the private jet. Yeah,
Off the off the
off the
off
small
the
package
PJ.
jet. Yeah.
So Aaron, wait, before we get into the nitty gritty, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and slap the bell. Power bomb, or what do they call it? The Mexican power bomb. Go ahead and
Mexican
Mexican
destroyer.
power. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. It's your boy, and then your boy. And so Aaron was just in Los Angeles for the Money in the Bank and Worlds Collide event. So Aaron, talk to us a little bit about your experience about traveling there and what it was like watching that many matches, and how you enjoyed the show.
Man, traveling to watch wrestling is probably one of my like favorite things to do. No matter how far it is, how stressed it is, how tiring it is, traveling to WWE shows is the fucking best. And not just that, but like watching live wrestling for over 5 6 hours. Like I just don't get tired of it. I just enjoy it.
What is it that you enjoy about traveling to these shows? What is it? What is it that you look forward to the most?
Um, I think just walking into the arena, feeling the atmosphere of the crowd. That's what I look for the most. Just like walking in, like hearing the yeets, the woos, the yeahs, the whats, like all of that. It's just that's my favorite part of going to a WWE show.
Are you that guy that doesn't yeet, that doesn't woo? Is that you?
No, I yeet and woo very quietly, but I do.
You yeet very quietly, but you do.
Yeah, just little
What do
yeets.
you mean? Like, can you give us an example? Like,
Like
yeet.
I'm not gonna be
Like,
yelling off the top of my lungs. I just go yeet, you know.
well, that's like a regular voice yeet.
Yeah, regular voice yeets.
Oh, okay. So you don't go yeet.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
let
So,
yeah.
so talk to us about this show. Now, I have a question. Or these two shows, were they in separate arenas?
Yes, they were. Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah.
How was that?
Well, to me, because I Uber there, it wasn't like crazy because they're literally like it was like a 15-minute walk from each arena. So the first show at Worlds Collide was at the Kia Forum next to
Uh-huh.
SoFi Stadium, And then after that, it was Money in the Bank at the new Intuit Dome Arena where the Clippers play. Which,
You couldn't be bothered
by
15
the
minutes.
way, no, by the way, that arena is probably the best or the coolest arena I've been to.
Oh, really?
It's like, yeah, it's brand new. The technology and everything is so sick.
Shout out. Has it been the
No,
nicest one, like you said, that you've been to for at least your
Yes,
wrestling show?
but yeah, the nicest arena I've been to. Yeah,
Damn, Allegiant was pretty nice too. So that's a
yeah.
pretty high standard.
okay, and then the event was Saturday all day. So when did you fly in, or when did you fly your own jet
So
to LA?
I took the PJ around, you know, 6 4 a.m. I got there, and cool 5 6 hours in the PJ, not the car. So
There's some delays.
so
Yeah.
yeah, delays. Yeah, so I drove. I mean, I flew there right when I got there. I went straight to the Dom meet and greet, which was around. I got there like around 11:30. It didn't start till 3, but there was already a long ass line when I got there. There was at least 100 people in front of me already
How long?
there.
Oh wow.
How long was
Damn.
it to meet?
The meet and greet started at 5 to 5, but I got there 11:30, so I waited there for a cool 3.5 hours in line, just standing.
To meet Dom
Jeez.
Mysterio?
Yeah,
To
to
meet
meet
the
the goat.
greatest Mysterio of all time.
I thought
Exactly.
there'd be a bigger line at like a McDonald's drive-through
No, that
to
line
meet
was
this.
huge. Not everybody got to meet him too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
Hey, what? So
yeah.
what? I have a question. What was that like? Like, what? Like, walk us by step, moment for moment, fucking millisecond for millisecond. I'm living vicariously through you. All right.
Dom's not that special. You don't have to give us that much.
Yes, he does. It's not for Weddle. It's for the us of the world.
So yeah, so obviously I got there pretty early, so waiting in line for 3 hours was fucking boring. But once it was like 2:30, 2:35, 2:45, I was getting closer and closer. I started getting like nervous, like, oh shit, like I'm about to meet, the GOAT. And then once
He's not the goat. He's not the goat.
the greatest
Let
mystery
him
of
tell
all
the
time.
story.
And then, once 3 o'clock hit, or before 3 o'clock, there was this guy, WWE guy, worker, whatever, that was like giving instructions, like what to do, what not to do, and stuff, like all the important stuff. But once, 3 o'clock hit, the line actually went pretty quick. So,
Oh, wait. So it was only from 3 to 5,
yeah, 3 to 5.
but people were lined up since before 11 a.m.
Yeah. To, because like it's only 2 hours, so you don't know if you're gonna get cut off or not meet him at all. So people get there early to make sure they're close to the front of the line so they can meet him.
Okay. So what are the things? So the people that don't know, I don't know. I've never done this. What can you do? What can you not do when you're meeting with the wrestler or when you're having a meet and greet?
So what the guy says that, like, because a lot of people brought like action figures, signs, title belts for him to sign, but apparently that's not allowed. You can't bring your own stuff to sign, like anything. Like he will provide a picture and a headshot of himself that's signed, which is one of these.
There we go.
Yeah.
Even his pictures are whack, bro.
What do you mean? Look at that.
Look at
Just post it up.
DM.
So yeah, like when once 3 o'clock hit, the line moved pretty fast. You get to the door, they have a bunch of security. Like they pat you down, they scan you, they search your bag. Like you can even take your bag in. You had to leave it outside. So once you do all that, you go in. There's another like little line you wait in, and then the only thing that sucks is that it's quick. You can't interact with them. Like you can't talk to them. Maybe just like for a second, but like not really. Because once you get to the front of the line, some lady grabs your phone, fist bump, pick, next person. So it's
Damn.
like it's really quick, yeah.
Did
Because
he?
they're trying to get like to everybody that's in line.
Did you show him the logo?
I mean, I
The
was wearing the
merch?
shirt. I'm sure he saw it, but I don't know if he recognized it. I
So
was
shout
I was
shout
nervous.
Why would you nervous?
All right, well,
No,
enough
it
of
was-
your questions. Let Aaron fucking break down little by second what happened. All right, so you walk in, and then what do you tell Dom?
yeah, I
What
walk
goes
in, I'm in
on?
line. I'm in the like an aisle, like very small aisle, just like breathing hard, trying to like okay, it's the go right here. I'm about to meet him, you know?
He's not the goat.
Can
He's
you
not the
stop?
goat.
Can you
God.
let
No
this
good stuff.
man?
He's not the goat.
Let this man talk. Let him tell the story.
All right, so I walk in, I go through security. I'm standing in the aisle, a very small aisle, with like a bunch of dudes in line, and then I'm nervous. I'm breathing hard, trying to relax. I'm sweating. I'm thirsty. My lips are dry. And then once you
Sweaty
turn
mom spaghetti.
once you turn the corner, there you can see I'm like sitting on the table. I'm like, oh shit, he's right there. And then there's like 4 people in front of me, 3 people, 2 people, and then I'm next. I'm like, oh shit. And then the lady walks up to me and like takes my phone. I walk up, I give him, what's up? Fist bump, turn around, we pose, takes the pic, and
That's it.
that was it.
Fuck it.
That
That's
was
Can
it.
Can we move on now?
no. Look, there's a lot to dissect here. It's like, okay, look, what's the fucking
There
prob-
isn't.
Give me a second. What is the probability that he saw the small package shirt? I think it's like at least a 50% because you would have seen the
I'll-
logo.
I would say over 80% actually, because it's in your face.
Yeah, like I know Aaron probably like showed a little titty right there, let him
Yeah,
see the
yeah.
logo, and then turned around and then hopefully
Turn around,
saw-
Aaron. Go.
Yeah, so that's what I'm interested in. It's like, all right, what was the chances? Because for those of you all that don't know, Dirty Dom has been lurking on Aaron and ours little posts. We see you, Dom. We see you. We see you seeing us. All
He's
right.
watching
No,
the
we don't.
stories.
We don't
He's
see
there.
Yeah, we do see. Don't listen to this guy over here. Like, we see you.
This is boomer.
Yeah.
We don't see you, Dom. Why you call him the goat? Don't be saying no good stuff about Dom Mysterio. He's not the goat.
The
There's nothing-
GOAT,
Built in a lab.
the greatest of
He's
all
a-
time.
He's a little chivito right now. He's a little cabrita. He's just, nah. He's not really
Yeah.
like. He hasn't even gone through puberty. His nuts
And
haven't
he's-
even dropped
And
yet.
he's
and-
beating
and-
these AAA
goat.
wrestlers
And
like
y-
nothing.
And yet he's still the greatest of all time. As a baby
Yeah.
goat, imagine him full grown, matured.
Full-grown goat.
You see, that's what you don't understand. This isn't even his final form.
He's not a goat. He's a little sheep with like little furry, fluffy shit.
still
He's some sort of fucking
still
farm
better
animal.
than the
He's not a
orange.
goat.
Still better than the orange nonsense we see half fucking the white wrestlers do. Fucking like they're like what, an orange fucking like Frenchie bulldog that no one likes. It's like, okay, dog, like you're not able to breathe. Like, why do we like you? Like, what's going on here? No disrespect
Okay,
to
can you-
Frenchies out here, but
Can you explain to me how the Frenchie bulldog comes in here?
I don't
How it
know.
makes- how it ties into the
I just thought of the ugliest thing animal possible that like someone that society for some reason enjoys, and the first thing that came to mind is a Frenchie. I think Paul Heyman and like people that get spray tans are the equivalent of like a poodle or a Frenchie or a hairless cat that is just like, why do you exist? Why are you here? Why do people like you? Like, no, like, just get out of here.
I think it's more of a slug, like Jabba the Hutt.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's or like a fucking like I like
Like
this one, or like a snake, like a like a disgusting
No,
reptile.
Snake is thin, and it might
Or
have
that-
some sort of moral
Or
compass.
that lady from Monsters Inc. And it goes, Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
Come on.
It's like, Mike Wazowski.
So are we done wasting time with Dominic Mysterio? Are we done?
No, we're not. Okay, so where was it at? Was it on a Bubmo? Like, how does that work? Like, what?
Yeah, I was
It was
at
like
a
at a
Bevmo.
house. It was behind a fucking liquor store, bro.
That's
No, it was in a
good.
nice area in Manhattan Beach. Very nice.
There we go.
That's how I know he's not the GOAT. That's how I know he's not for the people.
Ooh.
He could have had it at a carniceria.
Imagine that's
That-
right.
that
Fucking, hey, meet me a la Rosita, bro. Fucking,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm doing a fucking meet and greet there.
Carniceria Cárdenas, fue Supermercado Cárdenas. Okay, now we're talking. Now we're fucking talking.
Hey,
What does it
What?
matter where he has his meeting greets, bro?
Meet me al
He's meeting the people.
rematito, bro. Fuck it. It's fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Meet me at the flea market. Have some pupusas after. instead of you over here in Manhattan Beach.
You could have a.
Anyway,
Nice place.
so we are we done wasting time with Dom now? Are we done? Can we move on?
He had a
Wait.
match actually. No, like we're not done. Aaron, what did you think of his matches or his performance out there? He had. Did he end up defending his belt in Money in the Bank, or did he also?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he defended. Yeah, so yeah, he was at the World's Collide show, and then he like came out, gave a promo talking shit, and then he put it. Him and Octagon kind of got into it, and then he put this title on the line for Money in the Bank.
So back to the meet and greet. Rey Mysterio wasn't the only person you met. Who else did you meet?
Stephanie Vaquer.
I'm more interested in that. Okay,
Why?
because she's just infinitely better.
Why?
Well, she's good, but I feel like they're both equally good. Don't disrespect the goat.
He's like a little chivita. He's like, man, he's not. You're not even that. He's not even the same fucking species, bro.
I'm full of
Anyway.
Are we done? Ha. You know.
Back to Stephanie Vaquer. What was that like? Was it the same kind of process, the same protocol?
Yeah, same protocol, same, but the difference is that when you buy these meeting, like for this one, I actually paid. For the Dom one was free, but for Stephanie Vaquer, I actually paid. And then like when you buy your ticket, they give you like a set time, like show up at this time, between this time and this time. So you're not waiting in line like fucking 3 hours. So you just show up, get in line for like 20 minutes, get in there, take your pick, and you're done too. It's a quick interaction.
That's like a paid event then. Okay.
Yeah.
Was it so the wait was less? Were you just as nervous?
I was more nervous. Yeah, I don't know why I was more nervous.
I would have been nervous as shit, bro. I don't know.
Why you were worried that her hand might slip and she might grab your booty? Te iba a dar un agarrón or what? Hey, ya ti?
No, I don't know if I'd be able to talk.
She might fall in love with you or what? Go ahead.
I just like
Go ahead, Aaron.
I was just like, well, I just said hi and shook her hand, but I was like, damn, bro, like, what do I fall?
He's already sweating. Look at her.
What do I fall, man?
Well, that's dope, man. That's dope. So you saw Dom on Friday then?
Yeah,
and then
Friday.
you had the full day of wrestling on Saturday, and then Stephanie Vaquer was on Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday morning, yeah.
Oh man, but that's interesting. I actually a little like half a point for Dom for having a free event.
Penta
so-
also had a free meet and greet too on Sunday.
Should have gone to Pentas.
How already met him.
They're already cool. They're already compa.
Yeah, we homies. Yeah, we're compas. Yeah.
Cero miedo.
So I guess we can pivot on over to the wrestling, to the actual wrestling. So Aaron, you tweeted or you posted Lucha fucking Libre after the Worlds Collide. What was behind that post?
Man, Lucha Libre is the reason why I fell in love with wrestling. Like just the style, their outfits, how bright they are, the high flying, the flip. It's like I was away from it for a very long time, and this was my first time. I would say in over 20 years, 25 years of actually watching Lucha Libre again, and I was like, oh yeah, that's why I fell in love with wrestling, because of how beautiful Lucha Libre is, and how it's just, I'm gonna say it's better than anything else. It's like the best kind of wrestling.
Okay, that's a strong statement. Now you've been because a couple of weeks ago I asked you about Lucha Libre, and you admitted that you had only been watching like WWE just exclusively for a while now.
Yeah, pretty much my whole life. Yeah.
So are you gonna start watching a little more Lucha Libre? Do you think? Are you more interested in it?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely more interested, especially now that WWE bought AAA, so I feel like they're gonna have more exposure, and we're gonna have more opportunities to watch Lucha Libre in the future.
Now I do have a follow-up question. Do the Lucha Libre you left 20 years ago and the Lucha Libre you came back to on Saturday, do you notice a big difference in it? Like, is it more athletic or is it less athletic? Is it more technical? Is it less technical? Young Hennessy says Mr. Iguana.
I'm an iguana and I see if I want it. That
What,
fucking stuff.
what,
Make her. Wow, that was so basic, bro.
bro?
Omar, I'm an iguana and I move like I want to through the hills of Tijuana.
Weddle, I don't care. I will say it whatever the fuck way I want, bro. You know, like it's that simple. Mr.
I'm just trying to
Iguana.
give you the
I
lyrics.
don't care. Mr. Iguana. It doesn't care how I sing the lyrics. All right, Mr.
Yeah.
Iguana is supportive, and so is his little iguana friend. What's the name?
La Yesca.
La Yesca.
La Yesca.
La Yesca. La with an L. La Yesca. I wonder what that means. I wonder, like,
Bro, Mystery Iguana, bro. Like, when he was announced, like, without people knowing who he was, people were already excited to see this fool. Like, who is this Mr. Iguana? Why is he carrying a fucking stuffed animal around? Like, people were already invested, and when this dude came out, bro, that was probably the biggest pop.
serious?
And on
Yeah,
top
when
of
he
that,
tagged
he's a
in,
good
like-
wrestler.
When he
What are you
tagged
gonna
in, like, bro, like, it was a big pop.
Bro, it's because like
Okay,
this
so-
guy gets the people going, bro. It was hilarious because I saw so many like out of all the things I expected to see reels from, because I was obviously having a baby shower, so couldn't watch the shit. But I would hop on like the Instagram occasionally, and all I would see was Mr. Iguana shit or like Yes guy. Like I had no idea who this guy was. And then everyone from fucking out of the woodwork was like, bro, Mr. Iguana, like yes guy. I thought it was a real iguana until I saw the fucking video, and it was a fucking stuffed animal, bro. But I feel like that's like the beauty behind like lucha and just even Mexican culture is like even like there's the beauty behind what they're actually doing, because Mr. Iguana is a beautiful wrestler, but he's also able to tap into the hilarity behind him.
So
Yeah,
what do you?
Mick says, and Mick says he didn't know, that he stole the show.
He did steal the show.
Serious? So you would say that out of all the fucking wrestlers on that day, because I felt like all of them put on an incredible show.
That was an incredible show.
You felt
Up
like
and down the
Yes
card.
guy,
Like yes,
You felt
yeah.
like Yes guy
It's-
just stole the show.
It just stole the show, and especially when he got, I don't know who did it, but like he started stomping on it, and then he gave him a Spanish. He gave like yes guy Spanish fly, like, bro, like this shit was hilarious.
But I think that, like, to me, it made me happy because I remember hitting moves on all fucking stuffed animals. Like I know we all did, bro. Like we all had a yes guy that we all fucking wrestled with, you know.
That's a
Like,
good point, Omar. That's actually a really
Yeah.
good point.
so like that, like to me, I was like, it hit something there. Like I was like, these motherfuckers are just like us, bro. Like they could hit a Spanish fly. They could stomp out a stuffed animal. That's the beauty behind it. Mick says the yes guy
And it's-
landing perfectly on his shoulder.
Yeah, bro, yeah, like
little
Yeska will
pirouette.
be on the ground, and like he would kick him up, and just like
It's
land on his
just
shoulder. Like, how the fuck?
and Michael also says the pin, I guess, was crazy.
What was
Yeah,
the
dude.
pin like? How come I don't remember it?
He like threw it like on the guy while he was on the ground, and then Mr. Iguana started counting, and then he kind of
Oh yeah.
Like, yes, guy went for the
So
pin.
Aaron, back to the original point, and I want to pivot that into see what happens. What do you think of wrestling that you left 20 years ago versus the wrestling now? Is it more technical? Is it more entertaining? Is it more high flying? I have an opinion, but I kind of want to hear yours first.
I would say it's more technical now. I would say the lucha libre back then was more focused on the high flying and
Mhm.
the cool moves. Don't get me wrong, it was still technical, but I feel like this generation's a lot more technical, and you added the high flying with that. It just makes that's just beautiful lucha libre.
I actually thought that back then they were a little more grounded, or where the flying was kind of like jumping. What do they call them? In English, the suicide.
The
In
suicide
Spanish,
dive.
"Vuelo suicidas."
Yeah.
I think I think that's what they used to call them. I don't remember. I thought it was a little more grounded back then because Octagon's dad, Octagon, was a little rounder. Atlantis, Máscara Sagrada, they weren't as athletic. And I felt like this time around and they were more athletic and slightly less technical, maybe, but not really. I really enjoyed the quality of of these matches actually. But the guy that I really liked, and I don't want to get ahead of myself here, is I want to say his name right, Javion Evans. He
Yeah.
wasn't as
It's
technical as the other guy, but the guy with just the hang time, it was just it's his natural element, man. It's
Yeah.
just an incredible show. Now,
who was it? Aaron? Was it
go
you
ahead.
that said that the NXT or the main roster isn't ready for Javon Evans? My Mr. Iguana is like tripping out. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Mr. Dino.
Mr. Dino. La Desca.
And I do want to come to Iguana. Go ahead.
Uh no, Javon Evans has been really good in NXT, man, and then, like I forgot. I don't know if it was Aaron or Fern that said that like he's gonna tear shit up when he gets pulled up, and I think he's hella young, dude. I think he's only like 20 something, like
He's very young. Yeah.
underneath the age of 25. So yeah.
Okay.
And so he's been in the development. Well, it's not even a develop. I mean, now it's just the third brand, but he's been carrying and doing really well over there. He's had a really good feud with Trick Williams, Obat Femi. Both of those guys too, when they get pulled up, are going to be monsters. They're going to be really, really good.
Also, I had a match with Randy too.
Oh, yep.
When Randy went to NXT for a bit, yeah, he had a match with them.
And that
So
was a banger.
Oh yeah.
so you guys like Mr. Iguana. Now I wanted to talk about Mr. Iguana
Wait,
because it's a gimmick.
can I say
Okay, go
something
ahead.
real quick though? Like, I want to say like this show, the Worlds Collide, it was a completely different vibe compared to any WWE show. Not just the in ring, but like the atmosphere. Like this was a Spanish show. Like when I walked in, and this like they were playing like Mexican music, Peso Pluma, Junior H. I've never seen that at a WWE show where they're playing music before a show. They were playing WWE themes, like it was a vibe. And
So,
then like even like the show itself, like the promo packages was all Spanish. And the crowd chanting, that was all Spanish too. Like when they would count along with the ref, it wasn't 1, 2, 3. It was uno, dos. Like the whole show was in Spanish, which made it even more special.
So
that's
there's a
beautiful.
couple of questions that I want to ask you. But at first I want to make a comment. Who the hell listens to Peso Pluma?
Okay,
That's
dog.
number one.
This fool just had a random, beautiful speech, and that like you open your trap, and that's the first thing you say. Come on, dog. Be a professional here. Be a fucking
I
professional. Anyway,
I am so Aaron. So you said that it was a Spanish show. So I went to Raw, and in walking in, I don't remember hearing music. So are you
Yeah,
saying that they're playing music in the halls and like in the
like
arena
in
and
the
they're
arena, like yeah, that never happens. That never happens. It never happens. I've never seen it. I've been over 50 shows. I've never heard music before a WWE show. This was the first time. I don't know if it's because of like Triple A has more control of it, or it's just like they're trying new things. But like I've never seen that before.
And then the follow-up question is, this is in regards to the crowd. Was it a Spanish crowd, would you say, or was it all kinds of different
No, it was
people?
all Spanish. It was all Mexican. I would say I counted 3 white people in there.
white
But
shirt guy or green shirt guy, shout out. He pulled up for the
yeah, green
people.
shirt guy. Yeah, shut out. Yeah, yeah.
Shout out.
It was all Mexican people. Like 99.9% of that crowd was
Uh,
Mexican people, and that just gives it a different feeling, different vibe. Because you know how Mexican people are. Like like
How are we, Aaron?
they're loud, and then be yelling out shit, like funny shit too, and like it's just like that's probably the best show I've ever been to. I've been to fucking WrestleManias, I've been to fucking PLEs. This was probably the most fun I had at a show.
Aaron, that's an incredible statement there because you've been to how many WrestleManias in a row?
I've been to 4.
How many PLEs?
I would say over 10.
it's gone to a different
And
country.
You've
Yeah.
gone to different countries even. And this show, what you're saying, are you willing to say this? This is what I'm gathering from you. Are you saying that this match, this event was the best? Was the best as far as both in ring and out of the ring, like the environment, the vibe?
100%.
Oh, you didn't
It's
even
like
hesitate.
no, this was the best atmosphere. Like this show made me even more proud to be Mexican. Like
Fuck yeah.
this is what we do. This is lucha libre is our thing, and we make it awesome. Like even when before the show started, like the Mexican anthem before the show, bro, like oof, you know, it's like
What
we're
did you?
getting for war. Like like
I
bro,
mean,
we're
we
about to
are,
have some
bro.
crazy shit.
So like that's awesome, man. That's awesome that you got to experience that. I did. Now, did you expect the crowd to be the way it was? Did you expect this show to have this kind of
Um,
effect?
no, I didn't because this was the first, collab with AAA. So I was expecting not like it to fail, but like do okay. But like this, I told you on our prediction video, this show, this World Collide show, was going to be better than Money in the Bank, and it was. Like it was just from the first match to the last match, plus the atmosphere is probably the best show I've been to.
Yeah, and
You don't have. Go ahead, Omar.
nah, and I think it goes to show like all of our predictions prior to Money in the Bank, of us saying that the people of color and the Mexican wrestlers are the people that carry this company, and like that makes me hella happy to know that a show that is from AAA has probably been the best product that WWE has put out, that you have been to live, and it literally supports what we were saying, and what a lot of people know, that the people of color wrestlers need to get pushed more. Like our boy Henny Michael Jimenez says, WWE needs needs more Latino heat, bro. Needs more raza there.
Yeah, I agree with Young Hennessy. Aaron, um, you're making me want to go to one of these shows, man.
I told you to
Now,
come, bro.
Yeah,
I was
multiple
being a good
times.
brother.
I would have excused you. It's a business trip.
Bro,
Business.
Yeah.
we have SummerSlam coming up, and I'm praying they have another Worlds Collide type of show with AAA and NXT. I am praying to the wrestling gods, please have another one.
Would you go?
Aaron,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I think I am going, no matter what.
so Aaron, if you had a choice between a regular Monday Night Raw show and a AAA show, what would you choose?
I don't know because I haven't seen a AAA. This was a collab with NXT and AAA, so I haven't seen just a AAA show in a very long time. So I don't know, but I feel like yeah.
All right. Now, you mentioned something about feeling, and I don't want to misquote you. You felt proud to be a Mexican, or it made you proud to be Mexican. And when you heard the Mexican national anthem, you said it. You were ready. It hyped you up. You wanted to go. You were ready to go. I wanted to ask you about these.
Oh,
Were there a lot of people wearing these
oh,
in the crowd?
bro, there was probably the most masks I seen at a show. Everybody had a mask. I was wearing the El Duro mask. I seen La Parcas. I seen Penta mask. I seen Psicosis. I seen Pagano mask. I seen Psycho Clown. Like everybody had mask on. It was just like a beautiful thing. And then also like I noticed that like
I'm
there were
getting
a lot of
chills, bro.
older people there too. A lot of like grandparents and parents were there. Like this is their type of wrestling. Like this is what they like to watch.
Yeah, man, that's pretty interesting. I've actually been thinking about masks, man, and what they represent. Because on TV, there's a Mexico game, you see people with masks. When you go out to protests, El Duro was out there. He was wearing a mask. And when you go to these events, You know, people wear masks, and I wonder what it really means. You know, why they're so important and why they're still around, and why we wear them. And so that's really dope. And that was actually the follow up question that I had. What kind of crowd was there? And you answered it. It was people from all walks, from all ages, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
And
you would go again. Go ahead, Omar.
I would say, like, as we've talked about multiple times in our podcast through our origin story video, make sure to watch our first episode, give us a like, follow, subscribe, all of that stuff. That, you know, wrestling is generational for all of us. It's not just us that watched it. You know, it's our dads, it's our uncles, it's, you know, in Aaron's case, his grandma. It's multi generational that we've all, you know, collectively like enjoyed this. You know, and like Aaron says, it's ours. You know, it's not WWE's on their own. You know, I know they like to act like they're the premier of wrestling, and, you know, like they're the dominant force. But, you know, lucha libre has been around in Mexican culture for a really, really long time. And, you know, the masks, like Whittle said, are a huge part of that. And I, just to speak on my experience wearing a mask, like, that shit psychologically is like a trip, man. Like, you feel like a superhero. You know, there's no other way to describe it. You know, you feel like you could take on the world. You get people echándote porras. You know, it's like, hey, that's Rey Mysterio, that's whatever. And, you know, it kind of motivates you to keep on wearing that mask and represent your culture in that way. So it's pretty dope.
All right, man. Well, hey, man. It's we haven't even gotten into the matches yet. All we've talked about with this vibe, the environment, the culture, the crowd, the reaction. So Mr. Iguana got the biggest pop, you would say. I thought all the matches were pretty damn good, man, honestly. I didn't skip any of the matches. I watched all of them. Um I thought apparently Dragon Lee is supposed to be pretty good. Octagon Jr. is the guy that fought Rey Mysterio later on that night. What would you say?
Dom.
Mysterio.
Is that
Dominique.
is that the little is that the
Dirty
little
Dom.
fucking little farm animal? Little fucking prancing. Anyway, Aaron, what would you say? Okay, so for you, was it Mr. Iguana that stole the show?
Yeah.
Was
to
he
me,
your favorite part?
Yeah. The whole weekend is Mystery Iguana.
Imagine the marketing for that, man.
Imagine
Mystery
La Yescas being sold. I'll buy one.
Would you take him to PLE, Aaron?
Oh yeah, I'll take him everywhere.
I could see it now.
Take
bro.
him to the store.
I see hella people with yes guys of their own. That'd be fucking hilarious.
So I wanted to talk to you guys about the gimmicks. Were there any gimmicks here? Were there any promos, or was it just straight up putazos?
No, it was straight up putazo. Like they will show like a like a 2-minute promo package of like the match, but like it was strictly all wrestling.
This is the part when where y'all say Gwex. You're right. Don't you guys get tired of saying that?
I didn't say that.
Did you hear that?
Well, now
All I hear was like a random like buzzing in my ear and some crickets. It's like,
So I did see promo packages. You know, Dom did cut a promo. You know, that was all cool.
2 minutes. That's all you need. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I'm gonna kick your ass. Well, I'll kick your ass. Okay, cool. Let's go kick ass. Yeah. Let's move on. Let the product speak for itself.
let La Yesca do the talking or what?
Yeah. So that's the thing about La Yesca. It's a gimmick. I mean, he's a talented wrestler. Mr. Iguana did several really good moves, really cool moves. But the gimmick didn't feel like a gimmick. It didn't feel like a tired thing. You know what I mean? Like it didn't feel like a lot of these things. And I don't know if this is because it's the cream of the AAA crop, but these are the kind of gimmicks I remember, that they weren't overly gimmicky. You know, they weren't overly that, because the product would speak for itself. What do you guys think about? Go ahead.
I would say it's not anything like WWE's gimmicks where it's in your face, racist and nonsensical, like fucking El Grande Americano. And you have a little La Yesca sticker. Mick says he's gonna buy a Yesca también, fool. I'm down. I'm down to see an army of Yescas out there. Let the Yescas unite. But like I would, that's interesting. That's an interesting point, because like that's like in WWE, that's one thing that I've always despised, is like the over zealous gimmicks that they have with like all kinds of wrestlers, like the Alpha Academy. Like Dude, those are good wrestlers. Like Otis and Tozawa are good wrestlers. Get them outside of their dumb little Alpha Academy gimmick. Get El Grande Americano or Chad Gable outside of his stupid gimmick, and they could be really, really good wrestlers. R-Truth, Carlito, like put them in any of their companies, and they're not just hidden behind a dumb, racist, stereotypical gimmick, you know. And I think that's a good shout that AAA just does it quick, sweet, and it could be as simple as a fucking stuffed animal. You know, that's a good wrestling gimmick. It doesn't have to be racist. It doesn't have to be overt. You don't have to push it down our throats with AI promo packages every 2 seconds. So yeah.
What do you think, Aaron? What do you think of anything you want to add to that?
I just like how the AAA gimmicks are like they're very simple. Like it's Mr. Iguana, and like they don't explain why, or why is he all green? Why does he carry a fucking lizard on his shoulder? Like it's just Mr. Iguana, and then people just fall in love. Like
People
this
accept it,
dude's-
right?
yeah, people accept it. They don't ask questions. Like you know what? Like I want a Yeska too, and this dude just walking around like.
And
people are like, I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
People are like, yeah,
Yeah, like they're just very simple.
I agree, man. I agree, but it's because the gimmick is not the important part of the show. It adds to it. He uses it. You know what I mean? But he also performs, and so I agree with you, Aaron. Anything you want to add, Omar, about La Yesca? Yeah, I guess we all liked it, huh?
The whole world, bro.
The whole world, La Yesca is gonna take over for La Yesca for president right now for Mr. Iguana. I'm all for it.
I like it.
Mr. Iguana versus Cena. Fucking give it to me.
Fuck it right now, mate. In Cena's retirement match. I am fucking down.
I don't even want to talk about Cena. Anyway, we're talking about good stuff. Okay.
We gotta make a
All right.
reel of that, a dream match. Like Yesca and fucking
Yes, bro.
and John Cena, bro. Mr.
No,
Iguana.
we don't. Nobody wants to see John Cena anymore.
If it's with La Yesca, fuck yeah. I'll see John Cena do whatever the
I
hell.
don't think he resurrect John Cena's sorry ass wrestling at this point. Anyway.
You underestimate La Yesca and Mr. Iguana.
Like- And Mr. Iguana.
Yeah.
Okay, Aaron. So I watched El Hijo del Vikingo and the Chad Gable match.
What I tell you about him? What I tell you?
You did, Aaron. You
I told
said
you.
you said Chad Gable was the GOAT. That's what you said.
No, I didn't.
I thought
He said
I
that
thought
Vikingo was gonna carry and show out, and he did.
I actually thought that Chad Gable, dude, is if I think they try to cut promos with Chad Gable and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The mask actually helps him. It sucks that it's incredibly dumb and pathetic and weak, the mask gimmick, but it helps him because he doesn't have to talk. He doesn't have to do anything. He's a good wrestler. He's a good wrestler. Now, I was hearing stuff about, Chad Gable, put him over and stuff like that. But I actually thought El Hijo del Vikingo was incredible. I mean, I don't remember seeing a guy jump and climb and fly and spin the way this kid had. It's insane. What do you guys think?
I thought that was like just a really fire performance, and kind of just captures, like, if people had doubts of what Lucha Libre and what AAA is about, like I think he kind of showcased that these fools could go, and no matter who they're with, and no matter the stage, and I think, most WWE fans know that, because a lot of Lucha guys that show up, they do really, really well. But I think it also shows that if you just allow these fools to wrestle without being stuck behind a stupid gimmick, like a lot of WWE and Mexican wrestlers end up being, then they could just show out and perform and have a really, really good match.
Aaron, what do you think? What was the reaction to the El Hijo del Vikingo match? Okay, let me re-ask this question. when you guys walked out of the second day of WrestleMania, like it was just like quiet. It was dead. When you were walking out of Worlds Collide, what were the vibes?
I mean, I would say that it was better than WrestleMania night too. Like it was like, loud. People, were talking and shit, but like people were rushing though. Like they were rushing to go to the Money in the Bank. Um,
Oh, okay.
yeah. And what I noticed too is like some people left before the Chad Gable and Nico the Vikingo match, which was kind of odd to me. Like, bro, the other arena's 15 minutes away. Like, what are you doing? You're gonna miss a fucking 5-star match. But like the vibes after it was way better than Mania Night 2, 100%.
Well, okay. So you rated this match as a 5-star match. Would you rate? I just want to clarify. Would you rate this fight between Vikingo and Chad Gable as a 5-star match?
Yeah, I would. I would give a 5-star the whole show. Like everybody performed. Like
Okay. So which was the match of the night?
I would say the main event. The main event was match of the night, and then the person that stood out to me the most was, the GOAT, Mr. Iguana.
Who do you think is the best wrestler out of all of these guys besides Chad Gable?
Oh man, no, that's tough because everybody can fucking go. Everybody. Octagon Jr. was doing his thing.
Oh, he was
Fucking
good.
Mr. Iguana, El Hijo de Vikingo. Who am I missing? There was everybody. Everybody just performed. Like they're all good.
What about Dragon Lee? That guy was
Yeah,
supposed to.
Dragon
That
Lee
guy,
was good too. Yeah,
I thought
that
so.
that opening match, that opening match was fucking crazy too.
It was
This
really
the
fun,
six
man.
man tag.
So I enjoyed each and every one of these matches. I didn't skip through any. Um, this is the second time that I watched Stephanie Vaquer wrestler, and I liked her. I liked the other women wrestler as well. Mr. Iguana I thought was funny. I think I'm appreciating him a little bit more now that I talked to you guys. Um, I would agree, Aaron. This is kind of why I wanted to go and watch a wrestling match in La Arena Mexico or in Guadalajara because I wanted to get this kind of vibe, the Mexican vibe, the I wanted to watch wrestling the way we would watch it, no? And so I'm glad you got to experience that, man. Um, is there anything else? Omar, is there anything else that were you able to catch some of the matches, or what do you think about Worlds Collide?
I pretty much just watched the main event. I've been a little busy, with life and shit, so I didn't get to watch the full thing. But like I said, I went into that kind of blind, not never watching an Equal and Vikingo match, only going in with Aaron's strong recommendation that he was gonna carry the show, and I wasn't let down at all. And I like the spots that he did were like breathtaking, for lack of a better word. It's not often that you see stuff like that in the WWE show. What I really liked about like the highlights that I've seen about Lucha Libre overall, or about not Lucha Libre, about Worlds Collide, is like shit you only see in a rarity in a WWE show was like super common throughout that, like the Huracaranas, the Tilt a Whirls, like all of that stuff, like, and they all did the moves incredibly well, and they all showed up, and like that was cool, because I this is actually something that you pointed out to me a little, is that like sometimes in WWE, like luchadores don't mix well with the other guys because of the style, because of the other fools can't really go with lucha fools, and of all the highlights and all the matches that I saw, and credit to Chad Gable, is like he was able to go with El Hijo de Vikingo, and all of the guys that were there, like Javon Evans and all of that, were also able to go with, I would say, like AAA is in no way, shape, or form a secondary brand to WWE. These are athletes that are the best in the world at what they do, and they were able to, at least from what I saw, showcase that in Worlds Collide. So that was really really cool, and I felt very very proud to watch it, and that's without me knowing of how culturally amazing it felt in the stadium. You know, like I just felt good to watch it as a Mexican. Seeing lucha libre, you know, through the reels and the matches and stuff. And then Mick
And, yeah,
says that Triple H for real hits or Triple H, Triple A, not Triple H, for real hits different.
yeah, man, it strikes a couple of chords. I mean, it's entertainment, but it's also a lot more than that. What I wanted to say is that and I actually lost my train of thought. Oh no, it's back. What I wanted to say is that even with this current stable of wrestlers that we saw at Worlds Collide, um, Lucha Libre Triple A is missing potentially the top Mexican wrestlers. They're missing what's his name? Rey Fenix, Penta, missing potentially Rey Mysterio, who started out in Lucha Libre, and maybe Dom Mysterio. You know what I mean? And so, I mean, if these guys were actually being wrestling at Worlds Collide, I mean, the product would even be infinitely better. Um, so for me, it made me proud. I loved what you said, Aaron. Lucha fucking libre. I loved it because lucha libre is very something that's ours. It's very Mexican, and we've done it our way. And wrestlers have been because we don't have a lot of heroes sometimes. No, we don't have heroes. We don't have heroes, you know. And a lot of times for generations, our heroes have been luchadores, El Santo, Blue Demon, right? Mil Máscaras,
Eddie
El
Guerrero
Perra,
for us.
Eddie Guerrero, right? Eddie Guerrero. And so, you know, it's really dope to see this for Lucha Libre to get that kind of platform, and for people to our people to demonstrate what it is that we can do, that we can do it better. Um, I did see some things about. I did see a lot of praise for Chad Gable, and rightfully so. But if he wasn't Chad Gable, if his name was Vicente Fernandez or whatever, just a regular guy, he wouldn't be getting that much of a pop, that much of a vibe. I mean, he's good, but you know, when compared to other wrestlers, he's just okay, you know. And so, and other luchadores, and so, I'm glad I'm not trying to hate, you know, and I'm not trying to rain on his parade. I mean, the gimmick is not his fault, right? But you know, he's just okay, and he put in a really good match against El Vikingo, which is good. Anything else you guys want to say about uh anything else you guys want to say about Worlds Collide?
Viva la raza, bro. One
Yeah,
little last one.
I'm down. What about you, Aaron?
I just hope they have these shows on a regular basis. Like these are very fun to watch, and you know, I feel like more people should be exposed to lucha libre, and I'm like they will fall in love with lucha libre if they, you know, keep seeing it.
So that's an interesting question. How would you like to see it, or where would you like to see Lucha Libre?
I would like
No,
to
wait.
see how they did it. Like it's their own thing, you know. Yes, WWE owns it, but let them do their own thing. That's why it was different. That's why it was cool because there was just, you know, Mexican wrestlers for the most part. Triple A. There were some few NXT, but like there was mainly Triple A. Like let them cook on their own, and that will make it feel different, you know, compared to like the main roster wrestling. It's just a different vibe.
With a bunch of all these mummies at WWE that just wrestle like this.
Like Gunther. Oh fucking dude! I to going from a Gunther match to a Triple A match is like I want to gouge my fucking eyeballs out whenever I watch Gunther. Like let's pivot with that, bro. Like what the
Hey,
fuck?
respect your world
What
champion,
the
man.
bro? If I have to see another match full of chops and fucking sleeper moves, do something cool. What the fuck is a ring general? What is a ring general? Someone please tell me, bro. No one thinks that gimmick is cool. If you think that gimmick is cool, like reevaluate what your barometer for coolness here. Like
That's
first,
very cool.
like what, like
It's very
what,
cool.
what is a ring general? Let's ask
And
here.
it means being champion 80% of the time
No, it is
in the
okay, dog.
company,
I'm the apple.
having the longest reigning, you know.
So then say
I,
that. I'm just like
I
I'm a
see
good
like
wrestler. Like
he's the general of the ring because he fucking wins and wins titles.
I'm the general of YouTube.
You could be.
Yo, like no, if someone calls themselves the general of something, like you just look at him sideways, like, are you okay, dog? Like, why are you cosplaying? Why are you wearing that trench coat? Like, put that trench coat away. We need to reevaluate what's going on here. What is a ring general? Like, I think Gunther, you know what? He's a decent wrestler. He's got the same moves set of Jey Uso. He's Jey Uso if he was white and did chops instead of super kicks. It's that simple, you know. I don't get the critique that Jey Uso gets for his limited moveset when Gunther gets glazed over and over again for doing the most basic wrestling moves of all time.
Aaron, do you want to tell us what a ring general is? And I guess we're talking about Money in the Bank, but no, not really. I guess we're talking about.
Or not. We just hate on Gunther for no reason.
No, there's a reason. But go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, stats speak for themselves. Like he's been champion 80% of the time. I would say even more now in WWE. So like he's just been dominant. He's the general. People are scared of him.
But
Nobody's scared of him.
I get it. Like,
Everybody's scared of him.
I would say, like, sell me on that gimmick. It's like, yeah, man, I haven't lost. Like, I'm a badass. Don't add a little, empty ring general. Okay, dog, like, that makes me focus on your stupid nickname instead of your statistics. Like, talk about gimmicks. Like, that's nonsense. Like, if Gunther just showed up and was a simple gimmick and was just like, I'm gonna whip your ass, then that's it. Then
he
it would
does.
be. No, he doesn't.
He whips her ass.
He
and
fucking
leaves.
stands out here all fucking harm, like fucking like I'm supposed to be like fucking then like just walk out. Like
He would stand like this and beat your ass.
I like it better when he comes out in a nice strip suit and he comes out here and just talks shit. He just looks at him and he's just like, like
he does.
yeah, but then he comes out and he has a wrestling and he's in a trench coat. Like, what are you in a trench coat for? Like, oh my god. Anyways, Money in the Bank.
It's just a trench coat.
Okay, but let's start.
It's just a jacket, bro.
Omar has a thing against peacoats and trench coats.
And trench coats.
Oh,
like,
so that's the okay.
like
okay.
there is.
I got it. Oh, okay.
Like,
it's not the Ranger. It's the jacket. I got
that's
it.
what I mean. Like it's
the
like,
jacket. Like
and
nothing to do with his wrestling. Nothing to do with his that.
Exactly. I'm not disagreeing. Like he's a good wrestler. Like I like watching him. Like sure I know I'm gonna watch 90 chops, but like it is what it is. But you don't have to hide that good wrestling behind a nonsense gimmick is what I'm trying to say. Like
It's like me hating Jey Uso because of his glasses. Like I fucking hate Jey Uso, bro. Fucking G glasses.
That's
I hate
cool. You see, but that's cool. Like you get what I mean? Like like it's like no one wants to be like, oh, ring general. Like no one does
I do.
that. Like no one wants to stand.
I want to be champ for 80% of my time.
Okay, that's different. Like I book, like I want to be dominant. I want to do that, but I don't stand in my tidy whities with a trench coat in front of the mirror and call myself the ring general and make myself feel cool. Like that is not it. Like Seth Rollins is cool, Jey Uso is cool, but I actually brought that up, and the reason why I thought about that is because I thought Seth Rollins was actually going to cash in yesterday when Gunther beat Jay. So on that note, like, how do y'all feel about number one, Seth winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, and number two, when do you all think he's going to cash in?
But before we move on to that, let's stay on Uso for a little bit. My uncle says that he's done with WWE because Uso lost the title. What do you guys think about that?
And I ain't going nowhere.
To my uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
What do you guys think about Uso losing the title, though?
I mean, not every title reign is long. They all pretty much, for the most part, are short. Except just for like the Edge, John Cena's, the Gunthers. But like for the most part, title reigns are not that long. So I think it was a good time to pivot and go with different storylines with the title.
Do you think that Jay? Do you think there's another world title like championship run for Jay in the mix?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
because usually your first title win, your first run, it's not the best. We can go through every single wrestler's first title run. It's not the best. It's like when you win your second, your third. It's like when you start getting it and like you start owning it. Like, okay, I'm the champion. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. Like your first title run, usually it's not perfect. So I feel like Jey Uso has a couple more title wins in him.
It,
Okay,
and
go ahead.
I will say that for me, like I was a little disappointed too, but also like I don't know, like I think it's a good change of pace because they were doing a really long runs for the world championship run or belts for a while, at least since I started watching, and like I didn't expect Jay to actually lose against Gunther last night, so I felt like it's good that Jay was a champion where it felt like he could lose, but then it also feels like he could win it again.
Yeah.
Like I feel like Gunther could easily lose that championship, and I feel like that was a good way to make because Gunther before losing to Jay was like not losing at all. Like he was super dominant. So I feel like it was a really good way storyline wise to build both of their characters and to kind of cement the both of them in that like world heavyweight championship scene, which I think is actually pretty strong now. Like I think they've given the belt to a few amount of guys after Seth Rollins, that have really built each one of them up, and will like they're all in that main event scene, like Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, Jey Uso, Gunther, Seth Rollins, like, and I feel like that's kind of the start of who they're trying to build with that championship and stuff. So yeah.
Well, earlier I asked you guys how you guys graded his run, his championship run. So you guys didn't think it was exceptional, but you thought it was good enough, is what you're saying, for him to have another bite at the apple, another run as well. Is that what I'm understanding?
I would say that just in my opinion, in terms of like charisma and like the road to that championship, it was one of the best that I've experienced in a really long time. Like he had a lot of people behind him, and a lot of people wanted him to win that belt. But in terms of like in ring performance, it was just average. So like I feel like if you balance that out, I think it was a good run overall. Like a lot of the run of your championship belt is the chase, and getting to that belt itself. And I think like he did a really good job of that. But then he kind of struggled to keep that momentum as a champion.
What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, like I said earlier, your first title win's not the best, but I feel like he's still over with the people. People are still eating. People like at Money in the Bank, like he got a big pop. So people are still behind him no matter what, if he has the title or not. So I feel like him losing it will kind of put a chip on his shoulder. Make himself better. And then once he wins that title again, maybe his second run's a little better.
All right. Interesting conversation here. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about the main event, the Money in the Bank? The question Omar asked. What do you guys think of Seth Rollins winning? What do you think of the match itself? Let's start with you, Aaron, because you were there. What kind of
Yes.
pop did you?
I feel like the men's Money in the Bank match was probably the best match of the whole night. There were a lot more spots, a lot more, you know, crazy shit happening with, uh, Jacob Fatu turning on Solo, and the beef between Penta and Chad Gable. Like there's just a lot going on in that match that made it a little better. And plus, the high flying and the going through ladders and all that, the spearing, through the barricades. It was a good match. And I didn't before Saturday. I wasn't sure if Rollins was gonna win that. And I didn't see Rollins winning this match. I thought they were gonna give it to some, one of the other guys, a mid Carter, to raise them up. But I guess WWE went into a different direction and put the briefcase on Rollins. Now he can cash in at any time throughout this whole year. So that should make things pretty interesting with the world title.
And which one do you think he's gonna cash in on?
It's gonna be the world title, the one that Gunther has, because Cena and Punk are doing their thing with the Universal, not the Universal, the undisputed WWE Championship. So I feel like the Money in the Bank is gonna be focused on the world title.
So where does that leave Uso then?
that's the question. You know, he just lost that Monday. We'll see where he goes from there. Maybe he goes back to the mid card chasing the IC title or something like that. But I would like to see him stay in the main event scene. I want to keep him up there and make him not. I don't want to see him fizzle out like like an LA Knight. So I want to keep him up there with the big dogs. Hopefully.
So I did watch this match. There was a lot of spots. I'm forgetting which move it was. I think it was LA Knight to Andrade maybe, or Chad Gable off
Yeah,
the ladder.
it was Chad. Yeah, that was crazy.
Or it was like, holy, everybody was screaming, man, holy shit, holy shit. Um, yeah, man, Andrade, I don't remember watching him wrestle until the other night. I felt like Penta was fit right in with these guys, with fighting for these kind of and vying for these kind of titles or bigger card, being like maybe in the main event scene. I thought that was really good. Um, I like Seth Rollins a lot. Like I think I like Seth Rollins. I like Jacob Fatu. There was a lot of shenanigans in this match, but it didn't feel. It felt okay, is what I thought, because it wasn't anything crazy. It was just guys coming out throwing putazos. Um, and so that was okay. Um, I wanted a mid Carter to win. I thought Seth Rollins also took some bumps. Um, LA Knight got a pop, right, Aaron?
Yeah, well, that's his hometown, so a lot of people wanted him to see him win the Money in the Bank.
Um, any thoughts, Omar, on that match?
Um, I just wanted to make a statement on Doodle's behalf. There's a reason why he went protesting. Two reasons. Number one is fuck ice, and number two, he said that he was gonna revolutionize the game if Penta didn't win, and that was step one. Of revolutionizing is El Duro went out and revolted because Penta did not win Money in the Bank. I'm disappointed. El Duro is disappointed. The people are disappointed. But like I do think hopefully this is the start of Penta getting a bigger push in the main event scene. And like Weddle said, like all of his spots and what he did in that match kind of showcased that he's never scared of the moment, and kind of he's ready to perform. And outside of like my personal feelings, I did think that like Seth Rollins or LA Knight were more likely to win this match, and I see why they're doing it. I think obviously Seth Rollins has one of the best cash-ins of all time, and I think they're probably cooking something up to have a really good cash-in with Seth Rollins in this briefcase. So just like storyline wise, I think it's gonna be pretty. It's a good decision, even though I think that it would have served them a lot better to uplift the mid card guys outside of just letting them have cool spots.
What do you guys think? So I like personally. I know you guys wonder who it is that I like. I like Jacob Fatu. I feel like he puts on a good show. I like his little dance after fucking every spot.
Yeah, Ramin.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like Jacob Fatu. Solo Sikoa, I don't know if I care about him. Honestly. I would like to see what happens next with Penta, honestly. I would like to see what happens next, and to see what it is he starts competing for and vying for. I think he has good matches with Chad Gable, but I think they both kind of outgrown that now. Um, with Benta obviously being ahead of Chad Gable, but it'd be interesting to see. And then Omar, I think now is a perfect opportunity for us to come up with a name for your little Triceratops there.
Mm,
Oh,
La
La Yesca and
La Tresca.
La Fresca or what?
Nah, La Tresca for Triceratops here. Tresca.
even even holding her and snuggling her all day.
It's because it's my own personal fucking
Or
yes,
he,
fool. They, fool, I don't care.
them. What did you guys think about the IC title match, Aaron and Omar? And Dom retaining, which we knew he was going to retain, but
I thought it was just cool. Okay, so a little bit of background. If for those who don't know the history behind Octagon and Pentagon, that was kind of like my introduction to Penta. Like I looked up who the fuck Pentagon Junior was, and it gave me the whole fucking history of Pentagon versus Octagon. And so I thought that was just kind of like a cool little callback to be able to see Octagon in a WWE match. I mean, he obviously had a really good, performance and held it down with Dom. And I don't know, man. Like, I just wish they like another bringing it back to the gimmicks. Like, I love the Dirty Dom gimmick. You know, I love what he's able to do when he's not wrestling. But I just feel like they need to give him more and more opportunities to showcase to people how good he is at wrestling, and showcase the move sets that he has, and hopefully they give guys like Octagon more opportunities to wrestle with guys like Dominic Mysterio, who can go and can carry a match with fellow elite luchadores like Octagon, because obviously not everyone in the WWE roster can go with these guys or can perform at the same level as Dom or them. So I thought that was cool, and shout out Dom for retaining. We already know he's the fucking greatest intercontinental champion of all time, bro. Look at that. La fucking Tresca is a fucking Dirty Dom fan. Alright?
Aaron, I heard during the Dirty Dom match, I heard Dirty Dom. What was the vibe? What was the vibe around our people for this fool?
Well, we just love Dirty Dom.
No, we don't.
The
We
people
all
love
love
Dirty
Dirty
Dom.
The people love the greatest Mysterio of all time.
Look, La Tresca
Because
dancing.
look, when he showed up at Worlds Collide and gave that promo, that was also a big pop. People were like, "Oh shit, it's Dom!" And then he cut a promo, beat the fuck out of Octagon Junior, and challenged him, and then it was a quick match at Money in the Bank, but it was very entertaining.
It was entertaining. Yeah, it was a good match. I was gonna say that I like how he talks shit. Hey, es tu cabrón. Chinga tu madre, perro. Like, I like that.
He's like one of us.
I wouldn't say that.
He
I wouldn't say.
He is. He listens to Peso Pluma. He eats chicken tendies. He hates fucking authority, and he has a fucking sick mustache, which I shaved because I had meetings this week. But it's still there in fucking spirit. All right.
Oh, that leaves only one of us on the stream with a mustache, and it's not Aaron.
First of all, I don't even know what I would call that on your lip there. It's like, I don't know. A dog, and it also, you can't brag. Like, if you're 60, like, if you didn't have facial hair, like, that would be a problem. Like, I would be like, dog, like,
Well, y'all are 35, and y'all they'll have like little fucking weenie.
we're hitting our third puberty, all right? Like, leave us alone, bro.
But
Like,
what's wrong with this?
Anyway,
You wish you had this.
I don't.
and then now that I shaved, y'all get to see this beautiful, chiseled, sexy, delicious face. And brought to you by La Tresca. Yeah.
So okay, so that was interesting, man. That was an interesting reaction. It's good that he got a good pop at the Worlds Collide. What kind of a reaction was it at Money in the Bank when he won?
It's the same one. It's just a big pop. Like,
Okay.
people love Dirty Dom.
There was no shenanigans, no nothing. It was just a straight up match, and that's it.
With some cool
That's what I
flips
like.
and yeah.
Yeah, it was just wrestling.
And
Okay.
Dirty Dom. Oh man, I don't know. I was tripping out when we heard that shit in Vegas, bro. I'm glad it's still happening. Like, I remember I looked at you, Aaron. I was like, wait, what? Like, are they singing like Dirty Dom right now? What's going on?
Can we stop talking about Dirty Dom? This is
No.
gonna be the Dirty Dom podcast. Is that
Yes.
what the fuck we're doing?
Okay, dog. It's better than talking about you fucking CM Punk for 30 minutes every 2 seconds. Like, I'm tired of seeing Hoka in the skinny jeans. I hate being represented. Oh my god, bro.
He doesn't represent me. He doesn't represent me.
should.
Peso Pluma doesn't represent me. Dominic Mysterio does
Look,
not represent.
you look exactly like both of those fools. Like a younger version of you looks exactly like Peso Pluma. An older version looks like CM Punk. Like that's exactly like, oh my god. Like I don't get it. Like how do you hate guys that look exactly like you?
I thought that I hate them. I'm not impressed.
But it's like, how are you? Like I don't get it. Like it's like me looking at fucking like, I don't know, Dom and being like, I'm not impressed. It's like, dude, like, what do you mean? He's me. Like, what is that like?
He's not me. He's not. He's not even. He's just okay.
CM
He's just
Punk.
okay.
How do you not look at CM Punk and think that is me? You know, like that. Like,
CM Punk is less than okay.
uh,
Okay, can we move on from Dom now? Are we done?
um,
Or are we still gonna be on the fucking Dom train here?
I don't know. I think it's.
I'll
Still,
stay on that train.
I'll stay on it, but you know, like, I think
Dom,
I think we could use this as an opportunity to talk about
Dom,
the
just so you know, I'm not with these fools. These fools, that's not me. That's them.
if Dom refuses to be a guest on our show is because it's gonna be
So
taking
you.
his ass.
I invite that fool. Come on my show. Talk shit with me, perra. I shouldn't have said that.
Look,
It's out there now.
all I know is that our community wants us to get a ring for future podcasts, and you know, if we get a ring, we're inviting Dom, and we're all taking 619, so I don't care. I that's
I'll
like,
take a
y'all
frog
take
splash.
now we're all taking it. Fool. It's part of it's team building. You know, it's gonna be a good little way for us to bond over a boot to the face.
Just because I think he's just mid. I like to see you guys is how much you guys like him and stuff. I do like the homage he pays for to the old wrestlers. His Godfather again is Psicosis. I was looking at his pants and it has the little the Rey Mysterio things right here. He had them on his tights and so that was pretty cool, man. So he's looking back and also looking forward. Um, hey, Dom, if you want to come on the show, I will not be taking the 619, but these fools will.
I'll also take a chop, bro. Let me see if you chop fucking harder than whatever than Nacho. Yeah, than Natty Nacho.
Natty
Bro.
Nacho.
I don't know, bro. El Duro wants to know if Dirty Dom's got it, bro. You know, he'll take one.
Now, explain to me why y'all are like, you're like going like, oh yeah, if you want to give me a chop, Dom, yeah, I'll take it. Explain to me why that excites you fools.
Why wouldn't it? Look, as a martial artist, as someone that has taken fucking kicks for sports, I found out recently when I took a chop that I actually kind of enjoy it. Like people ask like, oh, why do wrestlers do what they do? I mean, it's kind of exhilarating. Like taking a chop and it like not really hurting and like people be like, "Arr!" I'm like, dude, it was 3 people watching. And I was fucking gassed, bro. Like I could only imagine, like
2000 on YouTube.
hey, yeah, and all of our YouTube people and shit. But like, you know, like imagine a stadium full, or even if it's like my favorite wrestler, dude. If Dom chops me, like I would, oh my god, I would talk. I
You'll
would
cry or what?
yeah, like.
So, imagine if Hulk Hogan gave you a leg drop. How excited would you be?
I wouldn't be excited.
Well, yeah, because it's filled with racism. But I mean, if someone like I don't know, The Rock or something like gave you like something, you know, you'd be happy. It's like if like, all right, bro, if you had the opportunity to jump for Joe Montana to throw you a touchdown pass, would you do it?
That's different.
No, it isn't.
That's
How is
different.
that
It's the same
different?
thing.
It's the same
Because he's not
exact
hitting me.
thing.
He's throwing me a ball. My hero throwing me a ball.
So it's the same thing. Our heroes don't
It's
throw
not.
balls.
He's
Our
not
heroes,
tackling
Doing a wrestling move on
He's
me.
not-
Bro.
our heroes throw vergazos. That just is what it is, bro. Like.
If he throws me a ball and I catch it, that's dope. I'll pretend I'll be Jerry
I'll
Rice.
drop it.
But if he fucking tackles me, yeah, you know what, Joe? I like you and shit. But yeah, I'm good.
I don't know.
Okay, are we done? Are we done with mid Mysterio here?
So let's go ahead and fucking pivot to the other Money in the Bank match, the women's match.
What do you guys think?
I'll ask Aaron. Just how was it in the stadium? Like, how did that match compare to the men's? And like, how do you feel about the outcome of Naomi winning?
I mean, well, first of all, I predicted that, so that Naomi
Chop.
was gonna win the Money in the Bank. So shout out me. And
Shout out to Aaron.
like it was getting good crowd reactions, but like I don't know, like for the first time in a long time, the women's match, wasn't up to par as it usually is. Like, yeah, they had
Yeah.
some cool spots, but it just wasn't. It wasn't as like other past matches. But like I did enjoy it. That like the woman in the match, they go and they go hard. So it wasn't like it was a terrible match, but like I feel like I was expecting a little more, more spots, more crazy spots. But other than that, it was still a good match, and I'm not mad with Naomi winning the Money in the Bank.
What do you think, Omar?
I think Naomi winning is similar to like Seth Rollins winning has the best like storyline opportunities. Like I think this long term storyline that they've been building with Jade Cargill, with Bianca, like all of the women, Nia Jax, like are is a really good one. Even Tiffy has also been involved in that like storyline too, as well as even Io Sky, right? Io was also like she also tagged with all of them. So I feel like it like there's so many different ways they could go with Naomi, and I feel like they've done a really good job of allowing all of the main event women's superstars to kind of have matches and storylines together. I think they've done that better than the men in that regard. At least mostly because obviously every single woman that I mentioned is capable of having a banger with whoever that they're wrestling with. So I think that kind of excites me about the briefcase itself is that that if Naomi cashes in, whoever is wearing the belt at that time, and I forgot to mention Liv Morgan too. Like, it's gonna be a fun and entertaining cash in, and it's gonna be a good match that she cashes into. So although like it was interesting because I had similar thoughts. This is actually one of the only matches that I watched all the way through the two main ones. And this was the first like women's main event match since I've been starting watching that I felt like didn't carry the match card. Like I felt like the women's Royal Rumble was better than the men's. I felt like the women's War Games was better than the men's. Like a lot of the women's like World Heavyweight Championship matches have been better in just terms of like in ring skill. But also like that's no shade, like Aaron said, to the women themselves because they've set. I think that's just because of the high bar that they have set so far. It has nothing to do with the match itself, but it has everything to do with what they've been doing in every single PLE since I started watching. So it was really good, and I think it's gonna be a really good like storyline to build off of coming out. I think it was also a good opportunity to get eyes on Roxanne, to get eyes on Stephanie Varquer, people that like might not be super well known as well known as Naomi and all of the other girls that I mentioned, but will, in my opinion, add to that world heavyweight scene very, very soon, or to that main event scene.
So I think I agree with you guys that the bar has been set kind of high for them. Um, and this match was not what I'm used to, but I mean, it was still good. It was still a good match. But I think also um, it did not, since it was the first one at Money in the Bank, and it came right after all these fucking high flying matches at Worlds Collide, and it came right after Equal de Vikingo and Chad Gable. It was going to be really hard for this match to measure up or to even come close to that. And so I think also it that affected it. You know what I mean? But hey, if it wasn't a good, if it wasn't as good, it wasn't as good, and that's just what it is. Um,
And
I
also, sorry
uh
to cut you off, and also the arena was kind of empty because
Mm-hmm.
there were still people filing in from the other arena because the Kia Forum parking, like if you parked there, you couldn't stay there. You had to, drive in park at the other garage at the other arena. So like there was thousands of people, driving, getting at the parking lot, going down the street of just trying to get in there. So like that first match, the arena was kind of empty. So that didn't help either.
I did hear a couple of "this is awesome" chants. I mean, they were really good spots, I thought, but it was just no matter any of these matches, if they would have gone right after the Chad Gable and Vikingo match, it would have gotten. You know what I mean? It would have been a hard. What do you call it? I'm losing the fucking
Hard
word.
thing to
But yeah,
follow. Yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Se me acabó el inglés, güey.
it's okay. It
Go ahead.
fucking happens. I was gonna fuck. I forgot. Me too, bro. I got fucking. I was gonna say something. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, man. Shout out Booker T and shout out Stephanie Vaquer. And the Devil's Kiss. That she did on the ladder. It was the spot of the match. And huh?
Oh, you guys both say it with that smile.
Cause
Devil's Kiss.
oh yeah, man! It's one of the fucking greatest fucking matches and moves of all time. And if you know, you know, bro. It's for the people. It's fucking for the people.
I'll take one too.
I see. Would you say no to that one, or would you be like, yeah, hey man, it
hurts.
It hurts. I'm a little scared. There it is.
Do it again, fellas.
Yeah. You don't want to take a job. I'm scared. Oh my.
She hits hard.
No.
Y'all are bullies, fool. Anyway, what do you guys think of? I didn't watch that match. I didn't give a damn. Actually, I didn't want to say this about Becky Lynch. I watched parts of the match, but I like that she's the man. I don't know why I like that gimmick. Like, I don't know why. Like, she just comes out and says she's the man, and I'm like, okay, cool. I'm cool with that. You can be the man. Like, fuck it, I'm down.
That was actually one of the gimmicks where I just didn't question it. I was like, I'm used to being like, what's the lore behind this? But like, she just comes out and kind of whips ass, and I'm like, okay, like I see it. Like I feel the vibes. Like I get it now.
No,
But she goes, man. Like that's one thing. I wasn't another person I judged. I think I judged her similar to how I judged Sami Zayn, but I did not think that she needed to take a shower. I just thought like there's absolutely no way that she's gonna like have a good match. But like,
I mean, the fool that goes to fucking Trader Joe's barefoot. Fool.
yeah, but I know if I have a conversation with him, me and that fool would be so fucking cool, bro. Like it's just I like,
And smell nice.
it's so fucking nice. It's just one of those guys that you just like.
That fool eats almond butter.
100% done. Shout out.
He has a Subaru and he fucking has passive aggressive coexist bumper stickers on.
Yeah.
The back of his.
That's my type of people, man. But I feel bad for judging him. But Becky could go, man.
No, you don't.
You know what? If there's one guy I don't feel bad for judging, bro, it's motherfucking Braun Breaker in his spray tan. Go take a shower. Like, get that spray tan off of you, bro. You don't need that nonsense on you. Anyway.
Braun Breaker doesn't go to Trader Joe's. Well, maybe he does. You never know.
You never know.
No, actually, he surprised me. What I actually have liked about this new generation of wrestlers is like it was actually Xavier Woods and the New Days like podcast Up Down Down that made me realize like fools like Bronson Reed, even though they look and menacing and all of that stuff, like they just like playing video games and like chilling, and like vibing, which I think is pretty cool. And then Braun Breaker was also incredibly well soft spoken and just like chill when I saw him on just like a normal podcast with his colleagues. So I have no doubt that I'm sure he's a normal person. But if he's a Trump supporter, fuck you. Anyways, yeah.
He's probably like you guys, just like somebody in their mid-30s, just plays video games, just regular chill person.
Mm-hmm.
Very young.
Yeah. Just like CM Punk is like you, fool.
Speaking of CM Punk and old and washed and annoying and frustrating and people I'm over, I didn't watch the match. I didn't give a fuck. You can't pay me enough money to watch this match. I don't know who won. I do know. Okay, Aaron, but I do want to ask this. What's his name? Ron Killings. What did you think about him coming back? And what was the reaction?
First of all, I wasn't expecting that because he was released, and I would say that was the pop of that show. Like people, like when he got released, like people were like not happy online. Like even throughout shows, Raw and SmackDowns, they were chanting, "We want truth." So I think the whoever's in charge like heard and like, you know what, we gotta bring this dude back. And Triple H mentioned it like, oh, it was part of the plan, but
No, it wasn't.
I don't think it was because he was released and he had to be convinced to come back. So yeah, I don't think that was
What
part
do
of the
you mean?
plan.
He didn't want to come back?
He didn't want to come back.
Wow. Serious?
Yeah, yeah. I think Tony Khan, or I think I get com- confused with the cons, but the Khan, the boss,
Nick
um,
Khan. I think
Nick
Tony.
Khan.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Tony's
Tony
the.
is the other. Yeah, the
You just made me realize that they're different. They're
yeah.
yeah, wait, they're
You want to say something? Last time I got fucking flamed because I confused the two wrestlers.
These are
And, you know,
names though. They're this
I confused names
the
too.
same names.
no, but these and then these aren't even wrestlers that come out on TV. These are like the outside,
Not my fault.
like
Y'all should know this.
owners. I don't know.
You confuse other people for different reasons.
Yeah, and they all happen to be within a certain look.
Very good wrestlers, Omar, and
Yeah.
very not bad to look at.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They all are within a certain division, like of wrestlers.
All right, fellas. Do you guys want to? Is there anything? I didn't watch it. Omar, did you watch the John Cena match and his Skechers?
What do you think,
Um,
bro? If Logan Paul is anywhere near my television or my screen, I'm turning that shit off. And it's fucking okay. Number one, this motherfucker looks like a scarecrow. Like, do your hair. Like, what is? Who told you that your hair looks cool like that, bro? Like, I could go fucking down the street to Manteca in a fucking farm and find a scarecrow that has better, more voluminous, more better fucking dry hair than whatever the fuck is on your head. Number two, you're fucking ugly. Like that's it. Like it's that fucking simple. Like no one thinks you're fucking cool. No one thinks you're fucking funny. Like other than 12-year-olds. Like what are you doing on this television? And on top of that, number three, both you and your brother are fucking degenerates that are like, if I had the fucking privilege and the time to just fuck around and pick my ass and wrestle and to box like you all did, I would be way better than you. Anyone would. Anyone with the fucking put me, Aaron, and fucking Weddle with your time, resources, and fucking privilege, and we would be carrying WWE right now. Okay, we wouldn't just be showing up part time and being like, I do a little flip and I almost destroy Rey Mysterio and I fucking show up with my little ugly ass tank top and my unvolumized hair. Like one thing I will say about Logan Paul is that he doesn't get a spray tan, but if he gets a spray tan, I would personally slap the shit out of him. All right, like like what do you do?
I hope he gets a spray tan.
I would imagine I would flip my shit, bro. But imagine, I think the reason why he doesn't do it is because he would go full scarecrow. He would 100% look like a scarecrow if he got a fucking spray tan. I think that's why he doesn't do it. Like, hopefully he has that much self-awareness that he's like, I am so fucking ugly that even if I get a spray tan, even if I fake melanin, I will never look as good as my fucking melanin fucking privileged and blessed fucking compatriots. All right, it's just whack. And
tell us how you feel about all the go.
And I will say that give fucking Tozawa whatever the fuck Logan Paul is doing, and he would do fucking better than these fools. Fucking all this stuff. Oh, he's a good wrestler. You want to know who's a fucking good wrestler? Tozawa from the Otis Academy, all right, or from the fucking Alpha Academy. He's fucking way better than that motherfucker, and he would do way better in any match that Logan Paul is there. It's sad that Logan Paul gets carried by a 40-year-old John Cena. Like how I would be ashamed of myself if I were to be carried by a fucking geriatric guy with Skechers. Like, dog, you can't have a match. You can't have a promo on your own. Like, yeah. Fuck that fool.
I'm guessing you don't really like him. What does La Treca think?
Fuck fuck Logan Paul, and fuck Ice. See,
Aaron, okay, Aaron, what? Because you're the kind of guy that says, "Hey, his in-ring stuff is okay." What do people? What kind of pop does he get, or negative pop? What kind of reaction does he get? Do people
I
actually
mean, he
care?
he gets booed, but the thing about being a pro wrestler is that any type of reaction is a good reaction. If you're heel, you get booed, like you're doing your job, and if you're a good guy, you're getting cheered. You're doing your job, so no matter what reaction you get, he's getting big pops, even if they're boos. They're very loud boos. And that arena when he came out, it was very loud, but filled with boos.
but is there a difference if it's boo? Like I boo Dirty Dom because I love him, but like people boo Logan Paul because we just absolutely hate the motherfucker. Like, is there not a fucking line there? Like, like you're a shitty person.
Again, a reaction is a reaction. That's the whole point of being a wrestler. It doesn't matter if it's you actually hate him or not. You're getting booed. You're doing your job.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of getting booed and doing our jobs, we're down to 3 viewers.
first of
Um,
all, we're at 4. Okay. All right. Let's
oh yeah,
get this straight. All right. We've been teetering between 3 to 5. All right.
I
So
think it's time. I think it's time.
so yeah, I think as soon as we started talking about Logan Paul, the people knew. And they were just like fuck this fool. Like
Logan Paul uses dry shampoo 5 out of the 7 days out of the week. Who's trying to get his hair like that?
I would be surprised if that fucker even showers, bro. Like this fool probably uses his like little prime nonsense
Praise how
branded, bro. Oh my god, yeah. Like I would not want to walk into that guy's room, bro. Like in number one, like it's probably disgusting. You want to know what, bro? This motherfucker probably has a diet of just like fucking no fiber. He probably doesn't like eating rice. Like he probably like I don't know. He probably is against like seasoning on his food.
he eats chicken breast unseasoned. Fool.
Yeah, he does. Oh my god. It's like, no, bro. I can't. I can't eat salt. It's a little too spicy for me. Fuck off, bro. Maybe like I don't know, like reevaluate who you are as a human. Yeah, like, what are you
All
doing
right,
this?
all right. Are you gonna kick La Treca up and have her land on your shoulder?
Mira, let me see if I can do it. All right, let's go, Treca. Let's see what we can do here. Mira. Oh! Oh, I
Ah!
know. She looked. Damn it. This is how I wanted her to
All right.
land, but she landed ass up. So fuck it.
No hay pedo. No hay pedo, dijo el saco. All right, fellas. Anything else y'all want to add?
Nah, I think.
No, I think we're good.
Yeah. Well, fucking thank y'all for joining us. Make sure to like and subscribe. Whoever's fucking still with us. We'll be on tune with the reels and with more content dropping soon. Aaron was reporting live from the arena. So check us out on Instagram, YouTube, all of that fun stuff. And keep on showing us that love.
And thank you for showing us the love, man. Thank you for the likes and the follows and the subscriptions, the subscribes. It means a lot to these guys, and for the views, it feels weird. It's surreal that for these guys to tell me that some of the stuff has a lot of views, and so. Oh, and shout out to our international fans, man. Shout out to our Turkish, our German,
Our German,
our
shout out to
Our,
our Frankfurt,
who
whoever that person is. Shout out that person.
whoever's in Frankfurt watching us, we got people in Vietnam, we got people in fucking the UK and Canada. I think last time I checked, like 3% of our viewers on YouTube were from the UK. So like, bro, like
Okay.
shout out to the UK people. Shout out to our Canadians. We visited your country, Canada. It was so beautiful. Both me and Aaron wanted to fucking live there forever. And yeah, man, just keep
Good.
on supporting us. We appreciate it. We count and we feel and we celebrate every single view, every single like, every single subscribe. And just to kind of fill you all in, we've been pretty gassed because for the past, I think maybe it's been 2 months or 3 months now, Aaron, that we've gotten like almost 40K views in 30 days on our Instagram.
Yeah,
So
on Instagram, yeah.
that isn't possible without all of you all. Shout out Mick, who's always on the chat, always supporting us and all that stuff, and to everyone else. Yeet.
Yeah, These guys are not exaggerating. There was a point where we used to get 3 views or 10 views, and most of them were us, you know. And now we're getting we're getting a little bit more. So it's kind of surreal. This was these guys' brainchild, you know, their brain children. Um, I'm just along for the ride. So thank you guys, and thank you guys for the likes and the subscribes. And we're gonna keep watching. Hopefully, you keep following us. So.
Neat. Yeah. Well, thank y'all. We are about to log off.
Good night.
La Tresca says, "Fuck guys."
I like La Tresca.
Yeah. I even did a little
All right.
after that one. Fool. I was like, "Fuck guys."
I like how you sat her on your lap. I like how we. I like how it's a girl. Apparently.
Oh yeah, fuck it. Fool. She's La Tres. I don't know, like La Tresco. I don't know. That would just sound weird. El Tresco.
La Yesca. All right, fellas. Anything else?
Nah, we stopped streaming, so.
I think we're still on YouTube, Omar.
Fuck, I
I
gotta
think
do
we're.
it again. Damn, hold on. Last time I was gay,